one thing.
What's that?
So welcome everyone to the second part of my Dodge Charger Hellcat build. The first part was posted about a month ago, and I've been waiting for the right time because, well, I wanted my friend Jared to come along and join the fun.
Hi everyone.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while. Are you ready? Smell cat time.
Yeah, we need to do a lot of work to this car. I think we should probably just get like straight to the action.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to get the other car?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
There you go. Let the other car.
What is it? Where's the car?
You left Jack and I alone and said try to do some work, and we got bored. So Dodge has the car, and this is what's left.
Is the car really gone?
It's gone. It's
You're being serious right now. The car's gone.
it's gone. Well, we have 3 pieces like this.
So where's all the parts and stuff?
Well, some of them are in it, and then the rest are waiting for you to put in.
Dude, I mean, okay, so you did a ton of work while I wasn't here. By the way, this is not like a bit or anything. So I was away editing. Did you get any of the work, like, on camera?
I didn't get any of it. I got all of it.
That's so stupid. Hey everyone, it's me from the future, and I just wanted to address something that you guys have been writing to me about in a big way. I've been getting Instagram messages and comments, I've been getting YouTube comments, I've been getting emails about this specific thing, and that is, I am putting all this stuff into a V6. Now, a V6 will have a cheaper insurance rate than something like a Hellcat Redeye. So how am I making sure that I'm getting the correct coverage for my car? Well, that's really easy because I have a great insurance company, and the only way I found that insurance company is through today's sponsor, Policy Genius. So if you guys haven't heard of Policy Genius, they are about to save you a lot of money because they make it easy to compare your home and auto insurance in one place. Now they can help you find home and auto coverage similar to what you already have now, just at a lower price. And getting started is easy. First, you head to policygenius.com/Tavarish and answer a few quick questions about yourself and your property. Then Policy Genius will show you price estimates for policies that fit your needs and help you find the best option. Their team of experts can look for ways to save you more, including bundling your home and auto policies. And they work for you, not the insurance company. If they find a better rate than what you're paying now, they'll switch you over for free. And in fact, Policy Genius has saved customers an average of $1,250 per year over what they were paying for home and auto insurance. Now make sure to go to policygenius.com/Tavarish right now. It's in the link in the description below. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. Well, okay, now I know a lot more about this car and what it needs and what is about to go into it.
Look at this thing.
I'm a little bit mad at you, honestly. I mean, like, dude, this is a lot of work. I mean, look at that pile of parts. We have to go through and see what, like,
it was a whole lot of work, but if we didn't get it done, you wouldn't have any of this.
Right, but here's the thing.
Dodge said we're coming for it. So I did this for you. I did this to help you. If you didn't do this, you wouldn't have this beauty.
Well, honestly, I'm very appreciative. Thank you very much. I had to go and edit, and while I was away editing, Jared and Jack decided to just remove everything because you can't just leave people alone and expect them not to.
Yeah, you can't leave two professional mechanics alone with tools and nothing to do.
You are not a professional mechanic anymore, okay? Now
you are one on YouTube.
Yes.
Which means I'm like doubly, triple certified.
Yeah, I mean, I think all your professional credentials just go out the window the second you make a YouTube channel. I'm so impressed that engines are like clean coming out of the car. They don't have oil leaks or nothing. This is essentially a brand new engine. And look how chunky this transmission is. It is insanely big.
First time you've heard that? Think about what the transmission handles. Like, they kept making the engines more and more powerful, and that's been the same transmission behind all of it. So,
well, it's sort of, yes. So they did some modification to this transmission. This is actually called the Torque Flight 845RE, and this is not the same transmission behind the V6 or even the V8s. These have different clutch packs, and this is definitely beefed up to take the massive amount of torque that comes from this engine. But if you just look around this thing, it is really big. Like, it is quite gargantuan. How much do you think this whole thing weighs?
I wouldn't be surprised if this whole combo wasn't like 1,100 pounds. Your transmission lift table does not like it.
Oh, no.
It doesn't go up, and if you just hint at the lever to ask it to go down, like, it's down.
No, that's it. That's all she goes. So over here we have just an exploded car. We got doors, we got bumpers, headliners, seats, and a bunch of stuff that probably has to go in a certain sequence, right?
For the most part. The next step is the engine has to go in, and then we can work on dash. There are so many coolers on the front of this engine. The cooling pack between the radiator, AC condenser, intercooler cooler, the oil cooler, there's so much. So that's one of the cooler packs.
Yeah.
Freddie was walking over. So you have radiator, AC, and transcooler. This radiator is just for your intercooler. And then you have an oil cooler there. And then I don't remember where we put it, but somewhere is the AC chiller, where the car uses the AC system to cool the water even more for the intercooler system. So you make tons of power.
Yeah, that's actually, so when you go racing, usually what happens is these cars get heat soaked, meaning that the supercharger and everything just gets super, super hot. And then you have super hot intake air temperatures, and that creates knock and detonation and all that stuff that you don't want. what this car has is an AC chiller, and that uses the refrigerant to cool down that intake charge. So you actually can cool down a lot faster, and you can make consecutive runs. That's actually what I did for the Roadkill Nights.
Yeah, just in between, you sit there and run the AC, and it drops the temperature because again, it gets the water well below ambient. So
yeah. And I mean, it's a great system, and especially coming from a OEM manufacturer, this is like next level. All right, so let's just put this stuff in and then start working on the interior and getting this car together. By the way, what's up with this? What's up with the lack of
glass?
What happened?
Well, we got rid of the front glass because it was delaminating and didn't have all of the provisions for the new Charger, or for the new electronics and rear view mirror.
Okay.
Back glass.
Yeah. That's. I wanted to ask you about that because like this seems maybe excessive.
Well, we had to cut it because for some reason with this particular audio package, maybe there's a way to do it that we couldn't figure out or find online, but this particular bolt and these screws are completely concealed. The glass basically sits like this. So, like, if we're looking there... So, how do you undo that screw?
I mean, you take out the glass.
You have to take out the glass. And we were like, oh, we'll leave the speakers for now, but there's wiring harnesses that go under the speakers that you couldn't remove until it was out. So,
Okay, so this is all in there, and this is OEM, and this is the 2021 Redeye Harman Kardon system. So, hopefully that all works.
You mean the pink eye?
We'll get to that later. All right, let's get to work. All right, so we have made some progress here. Did you put in paint calipers?
Yes, you were insistent that the calipers had to be painted, so now Jack is over there getting ready to paint your brake calipers.
Okay, so
Which it did need it because the fronts are raw silver. The fun parts of being a development car, they don't quite finish everything on it.
No, we found actually a lot of things that weren't finished, namely the exhaust. I think the exhaust is a development for this platform, so it's like...
There's a lot of loose hangers, just some things not even hooked up, period, and there's just lots of weird welding in it that I'm fairly certain they were using to tune how 2021's sound, so...
Yeah, this one actually sounds really good. So, engine in.
Yeah, that's definitely in.
Boom. All right, steering column in. We haven't done that. Dash in. Boom. Okay.
Drive shaft.
Or drive shaft. Okay.
Yeah.
Drive shaft.
Exhaust.
And dress out engine bay.
I mean, other than wiper cowl,
that's fairly dressed out.
Everything is in there but the wiper cowl.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do that.
All right.
Exhaust. Boom.
And well.
And that's it. And it's still a Charger.
No.
So.
Wait.
No. I know what you're gonna do. You can stop it. Thanks, I hate it. Okay guys, so now is the moment of truth. This thing is together. Well, it's not really together in the bodywork sense of things, but it's together in terms of the engine and transmission and everything really. We have the brakes, we have the tires, and we have the wheels. You can see that we still have the narrow body on here. And yeah, it looks a little Daytona USA-ish. We don't have any interior other than the center console and the dash, but everything here should work. I guess everything's plugged in, right?
Yeah, it's everything that we can plug in is plugged in except for, I think, lights and the sonar sensors because, well, we didn't put those body parts on yet.
Okay, one thing that's really interesting is how much more space this thing takes up. It is insanely huge. I mean, the V6 in here, it was like up to here. You could probably have a party between the frame rails and the engine. I mean, you could really land a plane in this engine bay before, but now you can't like stick a pinky in there. I mean, you can't get to anything.
There's no room. Jack could stand in front of the engine before.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you do that now? Come on, Jack. Like, get in here. No, we have everything plumbed in. The only thing we don't have is the AC because the AC is the
new 12337.
Yeah, so it's a R1234YF, I think, or 1243YF. I don't know what the firing order is, but I don't have the fittings for it, and I definitely don't have the machine for it. So this is not going to have AC for a little while until I can probably get to a dealership and have them just redo the system. But
we had gauges, so we pulled a vacuum on it, and it's not leaking, so we know everything is at least put together right.
Well, if we go to the dealership, they're going to say that, listen, we can't touch this car. It's clearly not stock.
It's a 2016. And,
2017, okay?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry. How dare you?
We'll just tell them it is the way that it is because it is the way that it is.
We had to find different coolants because this one is pink and that one is purple, and never the two shall meet. We got new oil, got a new oil filter, all OEM, and this should fire into life, right?
Yes. Did you get the power steering fluid?
See, Jack, Jared makes jokes like this all the time. So he knows full well that this car has electric power steering. But he thinks I don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so here are the keys.
Make sure you use the red key. It starts up better that way.
Yeah, the red key is for all the power. This is for top speed runs against Bugatti Veyron. So, well, we got to unlock it because there's no way I can get in the car otherwise.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Is the battery connected?
No.
We should probably do that, right? How are we going to get into the battery compartment? I mean, the trunk is just inaccessible from here. There is no way we can get... Why does it still smell in here?
Because this is the Smell Cat Pink Eye.
Yeah, I know we did that for a bit, but like, it actually does smell kind of...
I didn't know that metal could just stink.
Yep. Oh no, I'm stuck. Please, help, get me out. I'm so clumsy. Anyway I go, I can't get myself free.
I don't know. What do you think of that?
I don't know what to think of this.
Help me, step bro.
What do you think, Freddie? You and I have done a fair number of first starts on a project, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to let the new Jack push a button?
You push that button.
No one can...
Whoa!
Remember, always full throttle your cold engine.
That was 2,000 RPM. That was
So what's pouring out? Because that was way too easy.
well, number one, we don't have
Power steering fluid is all over the floor right now.
we don't have much fuel. The fuel is low. Airbag needs service because there's no seats or anything
the seats
here.
aren't in it. Oh, and the red key.
Yeah, so
Party key.
So I mean, it worked. It doesn't have any check engine lights. Nothing's like super angry. Seems like it's idling okay.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
As far as like combustion process. That went like deceptively really well.
Yeah, I call that a win. All right, so
The only things we did to prepare is we key cycled a couple times for fuel leaks, and that works apparently.
okay, so now comes the body work.
Yeah, our job's done.
My job begins.
Why aren't you done yet?
I was done yesterday.
Jack's
back
so
tomorrow.
quick you can't even tell when he finishes.
Jack, how long do you think the body work's gonna take us?
2, 3 days.
What?
2,
What?
2, 3 days.
All right, so we have this thing outside, and Jack is wasting no time with getting this all taped up. And why are you taping this up, Jack?
Just so we keep the dust out of it. I mean, we're gonna make a lot of dust because we're gonna have to sand a lot of crap. They got lots of filler on that side, so just taking that off is gonna be fun.
So there's filler over here. You're saying that this is not stock, right? This is not how it came from the factory?
It's almost OEM.
It's almost OEM. I am not going there. If you take a look over here, you can see that there's like a ding right here. The entire panel is wavy and both quarters have been painted. So you see just crap in the paint. There's fish eyes and all that stuff. So for most people, this would be probably okay. I mean, like from back here, if you just like don't look at that, this is all right. It's not too bad. But fortunately, we are not most people, are we, Jack?
No, we're not. I'm not.
You're not most people.
I'm a little above average.
Oh, okay, Mr. Fancy Pants Body Man here. So we are going to, well, Jack is about to do his body work magic to this and over there, and he also did something up here. This is from the old Charger, and this had a shark fin antenna, and we just have to figure out where this hole goes, and then that can go just like OEM. Pretty loud. Now back here is something really, really special, and this was taken off the 2021 Redeye, and you'll notice that this is a narrow body, but it's not staying that way for long because we got these guys. So Jack, can you tell us a little bit about what I'm holding in my hand, this very sharp piece of metal?
It used to be part of the wide body for the Hellcat.
Okay.
So we're just gonna take this bracket, we're gonna trim it off on this side, we're gonna use this as a template and set it up on here, cut the same design out, and then just slide this in, weld it in, and you'll have a wide body smell cat.
That's right. So what this essentially does is allows us to bolt on our over fenders. Now there is an over fender kit for these cars that just, I mean, it does essentially the same thing, but I wanted to make sure that we were as OEM as possible. So we're just tracing this and then transferring this over and then cutting this, and then hopefully there's enough, like, is the structure on the inside the same, you think?
So instead of this one right here, the way they put this on is this piece is welded to the skin, to this piece essentially. But on this type of quarter panel, it has what's called a rolled hem flange. So it just rolls underneath like that, and it's glued across here.
Okay.
So I'll grind that off, and then once I clean that up, I'll just kind of set this in place and then weld through primer, weld it into place, and it'll be just like it was a Hellcat.
Okay, awesome. It's not a problem that there's a gas filler neck right there, right?
No, just keep the extinguisher close by.
So you have been a busy boy, haven't you?
It's getting dark, so yeah, very busy.
So what are we looking at here? This is an OEM conversion to a 2017 Charger V6. It's about to become a wide body.
Yeah, so only thing I have left to do is plug weld some of the holes and clean this up, and then once we're done doing all our filler work, we'll seam seal and prime, and it should be good to go.
It should look like OEM and fit like OEM. So we put the door on just so we made sure everything fits up, and it's really, really easy to put doors on this car. It's just like 4 bolts and that's it.
Yeah, 4 bolts and you're good to go, and that's nice because it makes it a lot quicker to fit, so don't fiddle around with it too much.
So you're using a MIG welder, just a regular Lincoln Pro MIG on 110. So it's just like whatever comes out of the taps.
This is sheet metal, so it's not going to be like you're not welding anything really structural. You know, it's not like
it's only the side of the car. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be screaming in the comments, it's a unibody car, the entire body is a structure.
That's true, and they would be correct.
But we're doing this anyway, so.
Okay guys, so as you can tell, we got the factory wide body piece installed. The next step is repairing this here. So as you can tell, they welded in a patch panel. They didn't do a good job fixing the holes that they created when they pulled the panel. You have a deep spot right there. But what I'm thinking is I might want to take this panel out and re-weld it back up. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best route, because I don't want this thing to have issues again, and I want it to be a little cleaner than that, so stay tuned.
All right, so take a look at this. This looks pretty insane. What do you say?
It's freaking awesome.
Really?
It's awesome.
So come closer. Let's talk about what you did, because I leave Jack alone and he just goes nuts. I told you that I only wanted one dent pulled out, and look what you did to my beautiful car.
It was one big dent, so I figured just fixing that one dent.
The whole car was one big dent?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay. So what did you actually do?
So we converted it to a wide body. We got all the wide body brackets welded in, put in place, all the body work from the welding and everything done to about right there. And then on the other side, we repaired the really bad body work. It's just loose right now, so obviously that's why it doesn't line up. But we repaired the really bad body work that was here, and it was pretty much all the way to about here, I want to say. So with the welding warpage and having to repair up to here, we repaired pretty much from here all the way to here. We repaired several spots on top.
Yeah, because this was all wavy and stuff, right?
Yeah, it was in a rap video. So
do you know which rap video?
no, but you know what goes on in rap videos.
What happens?
I think I'll get you demonetized if I say. It came out really nice, and honestly, I can't wait to see this thing painted. It's gonna be badass.
Yes. So right now we are on the way, well, we're about to put the car in the trailer to be on the way to the paint shop, which is owned by, well, not owned, but
he works there.
Yeah, your friend Luis works there, and this is in a pinch. This is literally like the last day of the year when we can do this.
Yeah.
So, you know, just coming around the car, everything else has been, I mean, it hasn't been like super prepped. We haven't sanded this down, but it's a brand new panel from a brand new car. So this would just need to be scuffed and shot. Everything lines up the way it should. Everything's bolted on, except for the doors, but we got some straps, and yeah, that'll be all right. Now all I have to do is get in the car, put it on the trailer, and then we'll take you to the paint shop where everything will get painted one color, and hopefully we don't just leave tools around that can, here you go.
It would have caught into the back of the car.
That's true. It would, yeah, the back of the car would have caught it, or it would have went out into the highway or something.
Maybe like a light bar?
Yeah, exactly like a light bar. Yep. Okay, so we are in a parking lot full of sort of destroyed cars, but the trailer is empty because the car is in here waiting to get its paint job. And this is going to be a fairly quick one because we already did all the prep work. So all it has to do is go inside the booth. You can already see Jack's friend Luis in there spraying away at something else. This thing is super easy to take apart. Like, there's only like a few bolts holding this thing on, right?
Yeah, like 3 bolts on each fender and a bolt on the bumper and the 2 hood hinge bolts, and that's it.
Hopefully, when we line everything up, all the panel gaps should be okay. I know from the factory they actually weren't that good.
They're average at best. I mean, the fitment is okay, but we're gonna get them better than OEM.
Better than OEM.
That's right.
We're gonna build it better.
Okay, so the smell cat is at the paint shop and getting ready to be painted. So now we have all of the plastics done. So what's going on, Lewis? What are we doing?
Exactly what you said. I wanted to get some movement on this. So we have the inside of the hood prep, and then all the plastics. So what we basically did was clean them, sand them, and throughout the whole process is a cleaning process. So after I sanded them, I like to do a wet scuff, clean it at the same time, mask off whatever I have to, and now everything's in the booth. And we'll take it from there.
Awesome. Let's get it. Well, here it is, guys, the finished product. Lewis came in and, you know, he did a little bit of the, you know, a little bit like that, right?
Right. That's all that ever is, you know, quick wrist. But seriously, from prepping outside, again, I keep on saying it's a constant cleaning. In here, cleaning, anti-static treatments, because these are all plastic parts except for the hood. But right after all that was done, it's a quick tack and then a sealer. And what I love about the sealer is I was able to even make it more of a ground shade required for this color. But that sealer also has a flux additive, adhesion coater, so it's awesome. It came on with the color and then a quick clear that just makes it have that nice gloss.
Awesome, man. I gotta say one thing. You are one of my best friends, but you are also one of the best painters that I've ever worked with, and I've been very privileged to work with good people in my career, but I gotta say you are one of the best, bro, and this turned out phenomenal. Look at that shine. Okay, guys, so we got the sun gun out. Lewis is gonna show you guys what this thing is gonna look like in the sun. This color is called Go Mango Pearl. So you can see those pearl flakes kind of shining off. This thing is gonna absolutely pop in the sun. There we go.
And just like that, it is all one color and it looks fantastic. I cannot thank Lewis enough, and I also can't thank Jack enough, because this was a little bit more work than you thought, didn't you? Well,
Yeah.
well, this was a little bit more work than you thought, right?
Well, technically, you said, how long is it going to take? And I said, about, 3 days.
Uh-huh.
And it took 2 weeks, but I mean,
Well, it was like 3 days in between those 2 weeks, right?
yeah, exactly.
So I can still write that as a title of my video?
A majority, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's like technically correct.
Technically.
Okay, cool. So you already explained to people what you did here. You had to sand everything down, you had to prep it, and then paint, and then some buffing and denibbing and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. So we prepped all the surfaces, we got them ready for paint, and Lewis came in, did his magic, a little bit of paint, and then
That's it. That's it. It's just that's all paint is. It's just a.
ask any painter, they're just gonna tell you it's just
It's just a little bit, yeah.
No, but we had the dents all fixed, everything came out really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The car looks really good, man. Very satisfied with the finished product.
And this is an OEM Dodge color from a 2021 Hellcat Redeye. This is actually Go Mango Pearl. And do you know what that is from? Like that name? It's Go Man Go.
No.
It's Go Man. I mean, it's.
What is that from?
It's not from it. I don't know if it's from something, but it's just Go Man Go, and it's also mango. It's just. Like go, because the car's fast. I want this car to look completely stock and ready to rock. So in the interior, well, we need a little bit of work. So I'm going to start putting this interior together, put the doors together, and then start working on the outside. And then we're going to have a Dodge Charger Hellcat Redeye, or a Smellcat Pink Eye, that is completely 100% done. And it should only take like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's skip to the time lapse and get it done.
So ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. This went from a 2017 V6 completely base model super haggard Charger, and now it is a 2021 Hellcat Redeye. Everything is new. It has a Go Mango Pearl paint job. It looks fantastic, especially out here in the sun. Oh my goodness. This thing is my dream car. I can't tell you how good this feels. Like, every angle is just perfect. This is the exact color I envisioned this car to be. It pops in the sunlight so much, and it has 800 horsepower, and it's perfect. This thing is absolutely perfect. And I have some people to thank. First of all, Jared and Louie, who did an awesome job on painting this car. But Jack did a ton of work here. I mean, I helped put this thing together a little bit, but I was mostly at home sort of editing and doing other stuff. And you guys really kind of knocked it out of the park, man.
So man, it was really fun to do. I had a great time doing it, and I really loved working on this car. So it was really fun. It was really cool.
So when you look at something like this, first of all, it's kind of crazy that Dodge would make like a rental car that has 800 horsepower, but they made it, and I love that they have a sense of humor. I love that this is an actual color that you can order from the factory, and you know, you can just drive this thing with a driver's license. It's insane. One thing we have to do though, we should take it on a drive.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
It's a little cold, right?
We can warm up.
We can warm up in the car, and we can warm up something else.
Yeah.
Dude, you ready to go for a ride?
Absolutely.
Okay, come on.
Let's do a burnout.
What? Is that all you care about?
There are things in life that I care about, and burnouts are one of them.
Okay, so before the burnout, everything on this car was changed. So we have to make sure that like the alignment is all right. So can we just like make sure the car is driving first before we do any of that?
All right.
So goes in drive just fine. Let's put it into SRT mode. I don't know. Let's just hit sport, see what happens. You hear that supercharger?
That is awesome.
Is that manual? What I like is that it has a lot of low end torque. Fuck, isn't it?
That was so awesome. Oh, that was great.
This thing dances around a little bit.
That was great. Oh my gosh.
Let's check the alignment, shall we? That's not bad. Ooh, that's not bad.
That is awesome.
Woo! This thing is...
That was 60 miles an hour, right?
Yes. Wow. This thing is responsive. I like how the trans like shifts really sort of... Dude. Oh my God, this is gonna be an amazing daily.
Because everybody should daily an 800 horsepower car.
How do they sell this to people? Like, so this is an auto. Like, I have it in manual mode, but it's in essentially like the lowest. You know, this is for babies, and like. What is that? Okay, all right. We're gonna get into trouble. So, I just wanted to try one thing.
What's that?
So this thing does burnouts pretty well. Good car. really, really good car.
Hey, did you see my burnout?
There's a little bit of smoke.
A little bit.
I think only one tire spun.
I couldn't see anything in the car, like in the car.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that Hellcat build. I certainly enjoyed at least helping out in some small part. I can't thank the guys enough for really taking this project across the finish line. And we're going to be taking a lot more projects across the finish line because I am completely revamping my style and ethos for this channel. I want my channel to be a standard for YouTube car builds and YouTube car builders. So you're gonna see a lot more things on that subject in the coming videos. Now, in the next video on that car, I'm actually gonna take it to a runway and see what it can do against some other very, very fast cars. And I hope you guys will stick around for that, and I wanna share all that with you. It's gonna be a ton of fun. But right now, it is literally freezing in my shop. I know I live in Florida, but it's literally freezing in here, and my lips are chapped, and I'm getting a little cold. I'm a snowflake when it comes to stuff like that. So until next time, this is me reminding you guys that on cars like my brand new Hellcat, you should always build them better, and to do that, you should wrench every day. Thanks for watching.